Happy Turkey Eve.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Turkey Eve.
Turkey Eve.
This is a first tonight. We've got Lauren and Anthony hanging out in our spare
Dungeon.
room. What's that?
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon. It's a one light room.
Yes, apparently.
Yeah. Sorry about that. But anyway, welcome. We're This Fan's View. It's Wednesday prior to Thanksgiving. We all got our turkeys on.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to talk Anthony into it, but that wasn't happening.
That's not exactly true. We only had 2 hats.
I would have been more than happy to give him my hat.
He was not wearing it.
No.
Good.
No.
That turkey's not big enough to fit on my fat head, so it wasn't working.
All right, so we got a lot to dig into. First and foremost, we're a few weeks behind with our fantasy football, which is doing pretty good, wouldn't you say, Johnny?
Oh yeah, we're doing real well. We were streaking there for a little while. Us hosts, we were on a roll with catching back up with them. Started off with week 8 with you, Carl, getting the victory against the viewers, 247 to 199. So you kicked some butt there. Joey Jordan was the high scorer that week with a score of 236. So he was the high scorer that week. Week 9, Lauren and Anthony, they kicked butt. They kept the ball rolling down the hill there and won 228 to 184. So that was great. And Jane Beeman was the winner. I mean Anthony Beeman, his wife gave him the picks, I think, that week because he's never that high up there. But he was the high scorer. And just to prove us wrong, week 10 he was also the high scorer. I think again his wife gave him the picks that week. But I was able to beat the viewers that week, 206 to 165. So even though we were behind in the standings 6-4, we have an overall points lead. We when we beat them, we beat them bad.
So what's that mean?
We have more. We scored more points than they did, but we just don't have the better record.
Did we put a note in the rules that they have to buy beers or what's?
Well, I'm hoping. I'm hoping at least the Sprite's on the rocks for me, but you guys could have the beers. And then this week here we ran into a little snag and the viewers beat you, Carl, 220 to 205. But wins are what counts, Joe. I know you're right. Wins are what counts, but it is what it is. We'll take it what it is because if we end up in a tie with 18 weeks this year, we have the most points, so we would win. So that's why the points do matter overall. Arthur Quayle was the Quay, I believe is the way it's pronounced, was the winner, the high scorer this week. So congratulations to him as well. So yeah, we're rolling. We got to get some votes in this week, so remember to get them in early. We have some early games starting at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I believe it's the first game. So I'll be up.
Who is the first game tomorrow?
The Lions and who do the Lions play?
Lions and Tigers.
Isn't it normally the Bears?
Oh, why?
Yeah. I think the Vikings, I believe.
You know what? We are so prepared. It's god awful ugly.
Yeah.
We are so prepared.
And then we get
Bills and Lions.
Bills and Lions.
That's at 12:30.
That's right.
The Giants and Cowboys at 4:30, and the Patriots and Vikings when everybody's sound asleep at 8:20.
Right. I knew the Vikings were playing. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it was the Bills because they had to stay over in Detroit with the snow they had.
Right.
I don't think they still shoveled out of the snow that they got.
Yeah, that'll be around for 6 months.
Right.
That's crazy.
6.5 feet of snow. Yeah, I think that's the only person that was looking forward to that was Shady McCoy. You know, he loves them snow bowl games.
So continue on with our fantasy football because we got to get caught up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're rolling. I have the I updated some scores and sent everybody the text messages with the results. And Carolyn's kicking ass this year. She's on fire. She's every week she's not getting the top scores, but every week she's in the top 3 or 4 every week, and consistently every week, and she's kicking some butt. So she's on a roll, because, like I said, this year's been really tough with fantasy football, going up and down.
Are we still, in and around 60 players or so?
Yep. Yeah, we're getting that 62 to 63 every week. So
good.
So yeah, it's been going well. So yeah, I mean, I keep messaging everybody so they stay on. So
very good.
Yep. So this week, Lauren Anthony's back for 2 in a row. So we're going to be getting back on the winning streak here for us. We're down overall 7-4, but we still have the point lead. So,
well,
it's like World Cup. It's like World Cup soccer.
Who's the official commissioner, says wins are what counts.
Well, the wins are what counts, but like I said, if it comes down to a tie, if we're 9-9 at the end of the season, we win. Joey,
he's calling you out, Mr. Florida.
Exactly. So, I mean, just like the World Cup, when you have 2 teams are in a tie, it's how many goals do you score? It's how many points you score here. So,
yeah.
That's
we've got a lot of folks wishing us happy Thanksgiving, and,
yes.
And back to y'all. We're gonna dig into some Florida tradition here. In hang on, Joe. What about baseball? Hang on. The show's an hour long. We're 5 minutes in. Grab another stogie and go sit out on the porch.
Yeah, in your 75-degree weather,
right? All right, so we got Henry Russell checking in from Florida. They conveniently took a plane out of Pennsylvania for the weekend. I would assume the weekend.
Yeah, down at Disney.
I guess. So staying along the lines of football, we got plenty of football this tomorrow. All weekend, because we start some college games, on Friday as well. Friday, Saturday, and then we're back to the pros on Sunday. And the Birds have a big game Sunday night versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
With a broken thumb.
Who's got a broken thumb?
Aaron Rodgers.
Does he really?
He does.
When'd that sneak in?
I just heard it right before the show came on. It was
so he's already that's the alibi for
that's his excuse, exactly.
His ass kicked.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, looking forward to Sunday night football. The boys will be in midnight black throughout, head to toe.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see.
Head to toe. They'll for sure have the Batman look going, right?
Exactly. That's for sure. Yeah, it should be a good one.
Should be interesting. So what was John, we didn't get much of a chance to talk this week. We've been just a tad bit busy, and I know you've been following things a lot closer than most. What was your abbreviated opinion of the fourth quarter and the way Jalen put the team on his back and we rode home the win?
I thought it was very good. It was nice to see him have that comeback win. We haven't seen that happen. That last drive, so far. So that was nice to see him do that. It was, and it was a tough night, with passing the ball. He would he was making the passes, and then guys would fumble it again. We've been having the little bit of
a few too many turnovers, right?
Right, exactly. And so it was he put it on his shoulders and again ran the ball a little bit more than we would like to see him overall, but I think we might be seeing that a little bit more with Goddard being out. That they're going to.
That's a big miss right there.
Yeah, you didn't realize how much you do miss him until he's not there. And like you said, the defense was playing well. I mean, we were a little nervous after that first drive that the Colts went right down and scored, but after that, they put the big boys back in that they just picked up from Howie, and things settled down a lot better there. So.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
I mean, less than what? I don't think they had 2 practices, and I mean, but again, football's football, right? When you're,
yeah. I mean, Sue didn't even have a practice with the team. Maybe a walkthrough, if anything,
right?
Because the way he was signed up late, and it was a very good team win that they had there, and it wasn't pretty, but it's a win.
It's 9-1. That's what it is. It's 9-1.
Exactly. And that's a big one, because you got the Vikings lost, to the Cowboys pretty badly. And they got the Patriots again this week. So, that's going to be a big key on Thursday night, for us, that hopefully we can, open up a 2-game lead for that number 1 seed in the NFC there. And then one of the teams, Giants or Cowboys, are going to lose. So we're going to pick up some ground there as well to help on that. So who do we want to see win that team, Lauren or Anthony, with the Giants and the Cowboys? That's a tough one for us.
I can never root for the Cowboys, to be honest. Even when they were talking about how you wanted to root for the Cowboys on Sunday against the Vikings, I get it. I can't root for the Cowboys ever.
Right. An earthquake.
That's not in our DNA.
No, exactly. Yeah, as much you'd rather see the Giants win, and because we play them twice at going forward, so we could take care of our own business.
But I will say that of the two, I mean, the Giants don't scare me as much.
Right.
So if that's the team that we end up having to play or go up against to win or to advance, they don't scare me nearly as much as the Cowboys do.
True. No, true. Yeah.
What do we think about the divisional games coming up? They're important. They're always important, right? So. And I think that's the mindset that we think of, when you're playing, the Giants or someone else is playing the Giants, you want to see them lose, right? You want that separation. You just don't want them gaining the momentum. Now, like, with the Cowboys, and I promise I'll be done with Cowboy talk after this comment, you're rolling off a big win versus the Vikings. It's a short week, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't bounce back as quick.
Exactly. That's the and the Giants, I think, they're a team that you got to be careful with, because they're a good defensive team and they can run the ball, so they can control the clock a little bit, which makes the games a little bit closer score wise than you expect. So. Like you said, hopefully the Cowboys get bit there, and then we can take care of business on our own as well with the Giants with the 2 games.
Right. Jack has his ever popular who has more wins, Eagles or Flyers. What are you guys thinking?
Oh, the Flyers! Stop it! Stop. They play way more games. They're bound to have more wins. I understand what you're saying, but come on.
They're playing some ugly hockey.
I know, but they weren't in the beginning. They were playing pretty well, and I mean, no. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs this year? Absolutely not. But it is what it is. We had low expectations going into the season anyway, so.
If the Eagles go 15-2, it's going to make it hard.
Oh, stop. How many wins do the Flyers have already?
7.
There you go.
Okay.
So they got to get 8 more wins.
Well, 9 to technically have
Beat
more
them.
than the Eagles.
To have more, right?
Jack
Like, you still
says,
win more than
Jack
9.
says going to be close. That's a rough bunch right there because we honestly thought, we were going to get better.
Yeah.
Just because, right? And injuries are just. I don't know who's got more injuries, the Flyers or the Sixers.
Yeah. I mean, the whole town's getting, even the Eagles are getting their little nagging injuries as well. So, the Sixers are losing your top 3 guys is not good, but they were able to beat Brooklyn last night. So,
well, let's stay on course with Eagles, with our Eagles talk before we move on. Packers Monday night. Let's go around the room. Win, lose. Give me your insight on what we got, because this is a big one. It's a big game. I know it's at home, but this is still a very, very big game.
Yeah, no, it is a big game. Sunday night we're going to have Hugh Douglas and Cole, right? Trent Cole being inducted into the Eagles Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So no, I think that they pulled out because they don't have the passing game as much as they used to, with Devontae Adams.
Boy, they miss him, don't they?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Their defense is a little bit. They're okay defensively, but I would say probably like 21-17 Eagles.
Okay. What are you thinking, Lauren?
I don't know. This will be a tougher one. I think this might be their second loss of the season.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think it might be the second loss, because even though they won on Sunday, and I get that a win is a win, they didn't look good.
Well, the last 3 haven't looked good.
They didn't look good at all. And the game before that, when I wish they would have trounced Carson Wentz and his team, they didn't. And I don't think luck is on their side this time.
Interesting.
I think they're going to be all right. I think after you play a couple of games like that and you come home, you're going to have some energy. And I don't think you could have a third game in a row like that when your record's like that. I feel like they're going to.
You always think everybody's going to be all right. I heard that the whole Phillies postseason.
Well, I don't know if you are aware, but they got 2 wins in the World Series, and that's better than most people thought they were going to do.
That's true.
So, yeah, they'll be fine.
That's pretty good, right, Anthony?
I would listen. I'd sign up for that most years if you could.
I mean, the reason why the games have been closer the last couple of weeks, we've been having a little bit of hard time stopping the run, and teams they haven't had the ball. I mean, when they scored, when they had the ball, they've scored. What was it? The Washington game, they scored, 2 touchdowns in the first half with 6 minutes of ball possession. So I mean, it wasn't like they weren't, moving the ball offensively. It just they didn't have the ball. They've only had like 4 or 5 drives that whole game against Washington. They just got to get off the field defensively, with the run game, and the rest of the season they got good running backs that they're facing all the way through, with Aaron Jones this week and Dillon, AJ Dillon as well. So
I think they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure out how to stop that, and they'll probably lose a couple more games, but I don't see it being this week with a banged up Aaron Rodgers, and I think this is a win, and I think they're going to win it by at least a touchdown. I think the last couple of weeks have been close, so I think they're going to come up with a big win at home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the Packers are struggling, like Jack said. I mean, they're not that good this year. They won last week, at home, with McCarthy. They beat the Cowboys, which was a nice win for them. But they were also down by 14 or 17 points late in that game. And Cowboys just fell apart there. Partly due to their coach McCarthy not making good moves there. Yeah, I mean, I like you said, Anthony, I think they're going to be fine. this team's got too much talent on it. We just got to get guys healthy. Then they'll figure out a little bit of a way to, help out with the loss of Goddard.
Well, and this is the best time too. If anyone's going to be hurt, let's get it out of the way right now in the middle of the season before you get to the playoffs. So
exactly,
all right.
Oh yeah. Did you see the Eagles signed to help out the offensive coordinator? They got the guy who was fired by the Colts, not Frank Reich, but they got rid of another offensive guy and they brought him in to help out. I just heard that before the show as well.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What is the infatuation with Sirianni and the Colts and acting kind of crazy after the game, and what is that all about?
Well, it just says it's like Frank Reich's his big brother, basically, and because we were talking about that on Monday that we weren't sure if he was high fiving the Philly fans that are behind there, and they actually had a video. I didn't hear it, but I was listening to it on the way home or up this morning, and they said he was attacking the Colts fans, is what it was, and he said that this bleeps for Frank Reich.
Right. So let me just throw this tidbit of nothing out there. So the gentleman's name is Marcus Brady. He's a consultant, an offensive consultant, but he's been hired to work primarily with the defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon.
Right. I thought I heard that.
All right, explain that one to me, because it's beer drinking night, so now I got a cause.
I think Gannon's on the hot seat. I think there's a little bit of a rift.
One loss and he's on the hot seat.
Well, I think it's been for a little while, like that they don't mesh well with Sirianni. And I think the play call and that kind of stuff. I think there's a little bit. They play a little too soft for Sirianni's liking.
Well, I mean, you can see a difference in play when they blitz, or they have their linebackers, playing a more aggressive style. But all right, I got the Birds winning. I think it's going to be a one of them games that they struggle, only because they're missing some pieces.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're missing some pieces, and if they're not committed to running the football, all good teams run the football. You look at the Cowboys, and Dak, came back. Pollard's the primary running back now. You got to put the emphasis on running the football, and everything else follows into place, right?
Oh yeah, I agree.
And I just think until they make that commitment to run the ball, whether it's Sanders, whether it's Boston Scott, whether it's Gainwell, whoever the three-headed monster is that night, you have to run the football. You just can't pass up these opportunities.
Yeah.
And, you don't have Goddard at tight end, so you're missing a big piece there. You've got to run the football.
You do.
So I think they win. I think they win. I think it's a close game. I think, it should be a fun night, hopefully, and we can sneak out of there with a win. Lauren, I want to throw it over to you for a minute because you got this super awesome promotion going at the store, and I see John's got it set up in the middle of the table, which looks very impressive, by the way.
It does, John. Can you send me a photo of that before you take it down?
Sure.
Thanks.
The L's have been working hard here at Carl's Cards.
They have been. They've been working overtime. I can't wait to see our Christmas bonuses, huh?
Jelly of the month.
You gave it away, Anthony. Come on.
But yeah, so this year we decided to do a 12 days of CCC Christmas Advent calendar. So for 12 straight days, you get to open a pack of cards. So inside that box there are 12 envelopes. Each day you get to open a new pack of cards. There's also a surprise autographed card in an envelope, just randomly in there. One of the days you'll get 2 things. So those have been fun this year. This was our first year doing them. Actually, it came, John, if you remember, it came from a customer last year who asked us if we could help him basically do it, like make one for his son. And I thought how great that idea is. And so many other places are doing similar things, whether it's wine or coffee or whatever it is. So I figured why not get in on the excitement. So it's a really cool item. Like I said, you get to open a different pack for 12 straight days. It's made up of football cards, basketball, wrestling, soccer, baseball, hockey. There's even some WNBA thrown in there. There's some, what am I forgetting?
Soccer.
Yeah, I think I said soccer.
Yeah, I think and NASCAR.
NASCAR. Yeah. So it's just a nice mix of all different kinds of things. So if you just enjoy collecting cards or you just want to try something new this Christmas, they're $75 a box. So you can pick those up in store. Otherwise, we do ship them, and it's just an extra $10 to get it delivered right to your door.
Very cool.
And now you were just saying that we got to make it a quad C experience because Carl's Cards and Collectibles Christmas. So you got 4 C's.
That's true.
We can't handle 3.
and Jack's got a new idea for us for next year. We got to make a Hanukkah one with Flyers cards so we can burn instead of candles. We're going to burn the cards.
I'll see what I can do.
No, the Flyers injured players is his reference.
Well, yeah, but
there's always a Flyers quote that's lurking in Jack's mind. You know, even though Jake Voracek is long gone, long live. The
beach house.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we love, these weeks where we're home. We can enjoy, the company of our great followers, and hopefully they're enjoying Thanksgiving Eve with us as much as we are with them. Where are we at here? 7:00 hour almost. Anthony, are you awake?
I'm awake.
You're awake?
I'm awake.
You want to update us on Baseball Town? I know you throw out a little some ravishing good news every now and again, on what's happening.
Ravishing good news.
No, I think from what I heard, I haven't seen anything myself yet. I haven't walked out there, but I guess they're laying down the foundation here, so we should be starting, I imagine, once we get back after Thanksgiving to start building. I think there was a couple questions about the inside and, placement of different rooms, but with the playoffs now over, I'm sure the Phillies are focused on that. So I think I read when I came in the other day, there was 140 days or thereabout to the season start. So they'll have about 135 days to get the entire thing built for the start of the season. And then that building itself in the outfield will be there next year. It just won't be usable until the spring after. So with the foundation going down this past week, that's good before the ground gets hard, and hopefully they can start getting ready right after the holiday here.
There you go.
All right, Jack's leaving us, so all the fun Flyers jokes are going to leave the room. So happy Thanksgiving, Jack. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Thanks to everybody that's still with us. If you guys would like to talk anything Philly sports, we'd love to hear your ideas, your questions, comments. I just want to throw this out there. I kind of, been hearing, a lot of people that come into the store talk about tradition and Thanksgiving tradition, and all that they go through and what they do to prepare and whatnot. I know Lauren's kind of, taking on some of the responsibility now of Thanksgiving and even Christmas. But what, Lauren, what do you, how do I word this? What have you brought on, from growing up and seeing how the family used to do things, when, your grandmother was alive, and how do you see the tradition, growing at this point?
Well, I mean, everything is different now from when my mom was alive. Like you mentioned, everything just feels different now. It doesn't exactly go the same way that I was used to when I was younger. But I think of all people that have carried on her legacy and what she did each holiday is mom. So I'm super grateful for that. Out of everybody in our family, she really embodies what my mom used to do for each and every holiday. So that's always, always nice to see, and nice to always kind of have that piece of her each year with us. So I enjoy that, and I appreciate all the work that goes into it, because I know it's a lot. But I would say my favorite things that I look forward to each year are honestly mom's pumpkin bread. That's one of the top things. And then mom's stuffing. I just can't think about where it came from or how it cooked or how it got to the plate. I just have to avoid that part of it.
How was the pumpkin bread?
Very good.
Yeah, it was. She had a good day and came home and the counter was full.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
hopefully another one of those good days is lurking in the near future.
Oh yeah, she's she'd been taking her vitamins and going to bed early and saving up her energy.
All right.
She put in a full day today. She was grinding, with getting the bird ready and different things. I'm just curious to, John, what goes on in your house, because you got a pretty big family as well, right?
We do. Yep. We have, well, first of all, we started off with like going to the parade. My sister, we've been doing it for about 12 years now with the boys, with my sister. We go down to the parade, and we do that. And then we come home and we have my parents come over, Jen's parents come over, her uncle comes over, her sister comes over. So we have a bunch come over, and we have a good time. We're fortunate everybody gets along, with both sides of the family and stuff. So it makes it good that we can all, stay at one place, and have everybody together, and it's a good time.
Now is turkey the big part of the day?
Yes. Yeah, I like the carbs though.
Okay.
I like the mashed potatoes and all the other, the stuffing. But it has to be stovetop, not the other kind, Lauren.
Oh, that's fake though.
It's fake, but it's good.
That's true.
And you don't have to worry about where it came from.
That is also true. That does tend to skeeve me out a little bit, but I get through it.
Yep, that and like the what else do we have? The sweet potatoes, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's all good. We have a good time. Everybody, like I said, everybody comes over, and it's a good time. So this will be interesting this year, because this will be the first time with Harper, the new dog, to see how she does with everybody. So
I forgot that was your dog's name for a second, and I was like, Bryce Harper comes to your house for Thanksgiving.
He is this year, because he can't do his wing's a little bit sore, so he had to
right. He can't do too much.
Right. So, but
so the parade is still still in good order.
Yeah. Yep. We're still trying to do that. Yep. So yep, that's on the docket for tomorrow.
All right.
It's supposed to be nice weather for tomorrow, so that should be good.
Nice.
Yeah, just a lot of walking. That hill coming up when we're going back to our cars is a little bit tough for this guy, but we'll make do.
Come on, suck it up.
Oh yeah.
Suck it up.
That's why Lauren will be doing a lot of extra work on Friday.
I was just about to say, you're going to burn yourself out, and then, I'm going to have to do all the loading and unloading in Tinseltown.
Exactly.
All right, well, come on. We got another, half hour or so of the show. Come on, let's save some of the good stuff for last. Joe Stinger from now Florida brings up a great point that it used to be the Gimbals Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
Now it's 6 ABC on the Parkway.
Yeah.
They do a great job. Tomorrow's supposed to be great weather. It's supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow, sunshine. So it'll be a great day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's always fun.
Very cool.
Getting all the people to spin the balloons when they're standing in front of you there while they're waiting for the group in front of them to do their skit in front of the judges and stuff. So yeah, it's a good time.
Anybody else on board with us tonight? Share your traditions with us. Good, bad, or indifferent. Reading Terminal, going to Reading Terminal and picking up all the good treats that they have there, or maybe Termini Brothers. For all the sweet treats. I know, Lauren, you got a couple of hidden gems up by you in Reading at a farmer's market up there as well.
Yep, we got a pie earlier today from Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery. And then we picked up a pumpkin cake from Dutch Maid Bakery, which is in the farmer's market. That's become my contribution to the holidays, is finding sort of different stuff to kind of have each year.
Right.
But it's already pre-made. Let's just establish that from Jump Street.
You know what I miss? They don't do anymore.
Go on.
When I was young, I don't know how long, maybe to like 10, they used to have WWF Survivor Series on Thanksgiving. So I remember we would eat in the afternoon, and then we would beg, your parents or whoever to rent it on pay-per-view. And it was always like themed for the holiday. Now, I haven't watched it in a very long time, and I don't think they do that on that day anymore. They probably do it on a Sunday or something that makes more sense. But I remember for at least 10 plus years, we used to watch that every Thanksgiving.
Did you used to eat lasagna growing up?
Yeah. We would have like in the app, there'd always be like some type of meat cheese board out, and then you'd have like lasagna for lunch. And then the other stuff maybe a few hours later, like 5, 6 o'clock.
Wow.
Caesar brings up a great one because I remember the Sears Wish book. You know what I mean? But the Toroni candy, right? Italian candy, one of the best. My mom enjoyed Toroni with Aunt Rita.
But it's not one of the best though. It's kind of gross.
Well.
It's a tradition, but it's kind of gross.
She's flipping over. She's flipping over in her grave right now.
I mean, it's weird. It's like squishy, but it's hard at the same time, and it doesn't really taste like anything. And then you just get hit with this random almond halfway through it. No.
Well, it's kind of like that. What's that cake for Christmas time that everybody ends up using as a door stopper?
Fruitcake?
Fruitcake, yeah. It's one of those things that everybody thinks it's a great thing, but it's not. I mean,
Dad, didn't Poppy like those?
Oh, my God, yes. My God.
He's the only person on the planet that I know used to like those.
The holidays were not completed unless he got fruitcake, and he ate it. He ate it all. I'm telling you, he did not disappoint. He ate it all.
Ooh.
Yeah, he wasn't a man that wanted a whole lot, but he loved his fruitcake.
He wanted the fruitcake.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, thank God that's not one of the things that that carried over into my playbook.
Also, Dad, I would like to note Mom's subtle comment there about no pliers this Thanksgiving. That's a shot at me.
Your braces broke.
No, because I put the stopper to the sink in upside down last year, and so when we filled the sink. For whatever reason, we had to fill the sink for the turkey.
Right, we were washing the bird.
We couldn't get the water to go down because it was suctioned into the
pipe drain. Yep.
And so we had to
Yep.
get pliers to literally get that.
That was a
Get that
challenge. We had a good one, Johnny. We had a
Oh
good
yeah,
one.
no, I do remember the stories. I actually thought it was about you trying to get the guts out of the bird.
No, I don't do those things, John. I don't do that. I don't touch the heart or the neck or anything else. No.
That's got to be a video clip that we have to get a Lauren doing cleaning out the bird. The torch has to be passed at some point, Lauren.
Ryan Hannigan has me hungry. Escarole soup to start, then lasagna, then the bird.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
that's a nice little menu right there.
Yeah.
We have stromboli for tomorrow.
There you go.
I got stromboli from the Italian market.
Hot peppers,
pepper shooters.
Throw a little bit of meatballs in there and it's a party.
Yep.
See, that's the thing. I like the meatballs. I'm not Italian, but I like the Italian food better.
Yeah.
Homemade wine. Does anybody make homemade wine anymore?
If they do, 1904 Van Reed Road, F7, Wyomissing, PA 19610.
Drop off a couple of bottles.
Couple, 2, 3.
Please.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Steve Harris used to have a couple of friends who, his grandfather used to make homemade wine, right?
If somebody did, mistaken. Yeah. I remember you talking about it. Yeah, I'm not sure who it was, but yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Ryan Hannigan, I have some for you. There you go.
Excellent.
There you go. Say no more. The show that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. But yeah, traditions are fun. Especially the younger generation. Attempting to keep the traditions alive as we lose members of our family that just made it so perfect for us growing up.
Right.
The big one's coming obviously with Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but this is a cool holiday. Thanksgiving, with all the food and just everything that goes into it. A lot of work. And I just was watching a little bit of TV tonight, and the Reading Market down there in Philly was just absolutely packed. I mean, it was wall-to-wall people.
Mm-hmm.
Just can't imagine what it's like. And then there's a diner over in South Jersey that's open. I forget the name of it, but they're only open tomorrow to pick up pastries and pies and that sort of thing because they got a big full-blown bakery. And they're open, on Thanksgiving morning for you to pick up all that sort of stuff.
Right.
But here's another tradition I'm going to throw at you guys. Here's another big one because we're sports guys, right? We're sports people, right? Philly sports. Mm-hmm. What's a big tradition in Thanksgiving Day with high school football?
Oh yeah. You got your rivalry weekend.
High school football, the rivalries. All the old timers, come back, they one last time, one last hurrah.
Oh yeah.
The matchups, who was it? Upper Darby and Haverford, Upper Darby and Haverford every year. How about you, John, out there in Levittown? What was the big,
well, for us, we were at Egan. We played Truman.
Okay.
It was the school there, and yeah, Ryan in Washington, Archbishop Ryan in Washington was a
Lower Marion and Radnor. There's Joe.
Yeah.
There's Joe coming in with the old. I wish we could have had George Hobson on. He's the coach. The coach at Radnor for the Radnor football team. But so many traditions in football, and then everybody, they go drinking afterwards. They're buddies,
right?
Everybody's a friend, and let's go have a few beers, and just so many traditions, so many really cool things that, I know it's, I read a lot about different things that have fallen by the wayside for whatever reason and whatnot, but tradition is something that we all need to work harder at to keep it, whether it's family, friends, sporting events, whatever. It's just a cool thing.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Just a cool thing. And, we'll dig more into it at Christmas time with tradition there with, the Italian families and seven fishes and, all that fun stuff. But we'll dig more into that as we cruise through this holiday season. But we got a busy one here at This Fan's View. We've got a really, this is a pretty cool December for all of us. Lauren, why don't you share, some of the stuff we got going on?
Well, I guess our biggest thing that we'll be participating in throughout the month of December is that Carl's Cards will have a vendor set up at Tinseltown. For those of you that aren't familiar, it's out near the Oaks Convention Center. They do an enormous Christmas light display. This is one that you would walk through. So you purchase a ticket and you physically walk through it. They have all different kinds of setups. Anthony and I did it last year sort of on a whim as we were driving back to Reading. They have all kinds of stuff, though. They have like giant arches that you can walk through. So really nice opportunities for like pictures. But then they also have a Phillies, Sixers, Eagles, and Flyers light display as well. So that was really cool. So we start there on Friday. Our setup starts and it goes through December 31st. So as you're out there walking around, there's a bunch of vendors this year, and we're excited to be one of them. So you'll either be greeted by me, John. We've also got Emily and Henry helping us out this year. So we're just excited about being able to kind of spread the Carl's Cards brand to folks that might not be familiar with us that visit Tinseltown, or to hopefully see some familiar faces out there this year as well.
And they have adult drinks.
Oh, that's true.
The adult spiced cocktails.
That's how I plan to get through the freezing cold.
Hot chocolate, all that
nights.
cider. They have, looks like there's a slide this year, a big slide.
A nice slide.
Gritty makes a few appearances.
Yeah, Gritty's there throughout the month. There's like dog days on Wednesdays. So their whole calendar on their website gives you something to do every day. Ice skating. There's a skating rink. The Flyers, I think, sponsor that. So a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. The setup is it's getting close. It's getting close. It's going to be it's going to be exciting for us to be part of such a huge event. The Flyers have a lot to do with this, and we're happy to be part of it. So.
Plus, we're going to be right next to the big guy, Santa Claus.
Oh, can't forget the big guy. Cannot forget the big guy. We've got our holiday shows that are coming up at Dagwoods on December the 7th with Milt Thompson and the big guy himself. Santa Kringle will be joining us again this year. So we're really looking forward to that. And that same night, December 7th, for our friends in the Conshohocken area, we're gonna join forces with what's it called? Puddle Kitchen. Do I have that right? Puddle Kitchen and Conshohocken Brewery.
I think it's called Puddler's Kitchen.
Puddlers.
I think it's called Puddler's Kitchen. It's in conjunction with Conshohocken Brewing Company. So yes. I think they do the beer side of things, and this kitchen does sort of the food side of things.
Yes. So there's going to be a great event going on that night. I think if I have this right, Ray Didinger's going to be there with his book. Mike Silsky's going to be there with his book. Matt Gelb is going to be there with his book. There may be another author there with another book. There's going to be a couple of vendors as well. And we're also going to be part of that night. So we got a busy December 7th. We haven't quite figured out yet who all's where, what, and how, but we'll be there. We'll be there for sure. And then we're Hanrahan's Irish Pub on the 21st with Mickey Morandini. And again, Santa Kringle. So we're going to, throw our last, Christmas party together few days before the big day. So we've got a lot going on. We're busy. We enjoy being busy. It's a challenge, and without great friends and customers and people to push us, that's what makes it a lot of fun. But I know Sue wants to talk about her boy Bryce Harper.
Before we get to there, you're missing the best part on December 10th. Here at Carl's Cards.
Oh, John, you were supposed to save me.
I just did.
You did.
I just did. You're gonna have Bedlam here at CCC.
There you go.
Scott Fransky is going to be here with Tom McCarthy. It's gonna be a fun time. Here from 1 to 3, I believe it is, right, Lauren?
12 to 2.
12 to 2.
12 to 2. Bedlam at CCC. I think
Yep.
that's the board that reads Bedlam at CCC.
Yep.
I think that's what Scott said when he made the call, if I'm not mistaken, when Harper hit that home run.
Definitely.
It is what he said. They just overlaid at the bank instead on top of it.
I don't know why they did that, but okay. It was Carl's Cards and Collectibles.
It was always Carl's Cards. You just didn't know it.
Exactly. He just called it the bank for some reason, but it's okay. Yeah. I guess because the bank was next door to us, maybe. All
right, so let's regroup. December 7th, we got a doubleheader that day, and then we follow that up on December 10th at the store. And that, if you didn't have enough, you got Tinseltown the whole month of December. What else am I missing? What else have I missed?
Well, and then you're gonna have Santa Claus here on Christmas Eve.
Jeez, how could I forget? How could I forget that? That's tradition. That's tradition.
That's tradition, exactly.
That's tradition.
Yeah,
that's tradition. So, like I said, we're extremely busy, and hopefully everybody comes out, sees us, brings Lauren a cold refreshment because she won't be cold enough. So,
preferably warm with alcohol.
Warm with alcohol. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, I think you're in charge that night or
Definitely.
those nights.
I was told there was going to be a heater, but I think I was sold a bill of goods because I saw the heater today. And unless the heater is on my head, I'm not quite sure it's going to do what I expected. John told me he was going to heat the hut, but now I can't even stand in the hut. So I have to stand outside the hut that's heated.
You'll
John,
be
see
fine.
what happens. You do something nice, and this is what you got to deal with. It's ridiculous.
Bless you, Anthony. Bless you.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah, he has it so hard. John, don't start. It's a long December. You and I in Tinseltown. This is a long December.
This is true. This is true. We'll get through it.
You boys and girls will get along.
Absolutely. We're the yin and the yang. She's going to be bundled up in a parka, and I'll be out in my shorts and a sweatshirt.
Did you just say the yin and the yang?
Uh-huh.
That's what we are, apparently.
I think we have started new tradition here at Carl's Cards. That's awesome. But anyway, I don't want to, I don't want the show to get away from us. Bryce Harper had his Tommy John surgery today.
Yep.
So apparently full blown Tommy John, no shortcuts.
No.
They're looking at May, June, possibly. John,
only though.
Yeah. What are you hearing?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be back in the field again. He'll be DHing again. Because kind of the same thing happened with Shohei Ohtani a couple years ago. He just came back and was just a designated hitter and not pitched. I don't think we'll see Bryce out in the field.
It's still a 1 year, healing operation. So
exactly, yeah.
And I don't know that you want to rush that.
True.
They were pretty successful this year. With the way things, played out for them. So
Exactly.
hopefully they can add one of these top 4 shortstops that are on the market.
Or Aaron Judge. One of the other.
Or Aaron Judge. Yeah. Yeah, John bounced that one off me on Monday. I wasn't right all week after that. I'm still not right, but
You'll play along.
I will play along, and I will be the happiest man in Philly country if that was that. Whatever happened, he went to San Francisco, right? The stupid Giants interviewed him, I guess.
Yeah, supposedly they're going to be in on him, but we'll see. That's just not a ballpark for him.
I didn't understand.
He meets with them to talk to him, see if it's a good fit. He's going to wait. If I was him, I would wait to the last possible second and try to get as much money as I possibly could.
Well, the Yankees are pretty dumb to not bring him back, right? He's the face of the franchise.
I think they're going to keep trying to do that, but I think he wants to, get paid. He might even end up back. Who knows? But he wants to try to get as much money as he can, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, he, like you said, Lauren, he's got to go back to the Yankees just because that's, But
I mean, where does money meet the opportunity to win at the same time?
Correct.
Going to a team that's going to pay you a ton of money is great, but what if they have no opportunity to win in your prime when you are at your best?
Most of the teams that are interviewing, having him come in are teams that have the money to do it. It's not the Pirates and the Reds. It's the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, people that have money. So he's got a pretty good chance if he goes to any of those teams.
Well, somebody that I appreciate talent, and that team just seems to crap out every year. Can we talk Mike Trout and the California Angels, the LA Angels, whatever Angels they are?
Yeah, they're so bad they keep having to change their names so they don't think that people don't think they're bad.
I mean, come on, seriously. I understand these guys are making a lot of money. A lot of money. What's Mike Trout? 400 million?
Yeah, he was a little bit more. It was 430, 440 because he was.
So where's Ohtani going to fall into in all of this?
Well, that's the thing. He said he wanted to get traded because he was wants to get go play for a winner.
I just hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't get like and I know it's different, but I hope it doesn't get like basketball where everyone's going just to play on the same team with Steph Curry or whatever. It's tough enough as it is as a sport because half the teams, if not more, don't have a chance. And then you get these Aaron Judge with Mike Trout, and it's like, how the hell is anyone going to beat these teams?
Yeah, no, true. That's true.
Hey, real quick, as I look to my left and the Sixers are up 18-8 versus Charlotte, what everybody think of last night's Sixer win? That was pretty impressive, no?
We'll let Lauren answer this one because I'm sure she's got a few things to say.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I will say, though, I was very disappointed in the crowd. I mean, I felt like, they booed when they were supposed to, but even he said it. It wasn't as loud as I expected it to be.
Do you think that's because, Joel and Maxey and Harden weren't on the floor? Do you think that would have kind of...
But it's still Ben Simmons. He wasted all of our time for 5 years and then made us seem like we were the crazy ones. I don't care who's out on the floor. This guy made us look like we were the idiots. Like we did that to him. Like we made him into whatever issues it was that he was having. This guy comes back to Philadelphia, finally plays a game, and I just felt like it could have been louder. I felt like it could have been a little bit more crazy, and it wasn't. So I was a little disappointed in that, but happy that they won regardless. Happy that, Ben Simmons gave everybody their free Chick-fil-A today. So that was cool. But yeah,
if they can keep making shots like they did yesterday and getting rebounds. Now I know the Brooklyn's one of the worst rebounding teams, but if you could keep making shots like that from guys that don't normally start and get rebounds, which no one does in the NBA anymore, no one plays defense, they'll go far. The problem with the Sixers always is you have to keep doing that.
Right.
Right.
You have to continue doing that through the whole year, which is a lot easier said than done.
And do you think maybe, Lauren, part of the reason the crowd was quieter was because Ben Simmons just isn't worth it?
No.
I mean, just because like, he's not that. I think it might have been different if he was an actual person that you had to worry about. He's horrible.
Right.
I mean, like,
no, but I equate him to, basically like the Carson Wentz of basketball. Like Carson Wentz is pretty irrelevant at this point too.
Yeah, true.
But no, not here in Philadelphia. Nobody gets a pass. I don't care how irrelevant you are or not. Nobody gets a pass here.
No, true. That's true. Yeah, I just figured because he's so
if Carson
horrible.
Wentz had been out on that field when they played Washington, I think he'd have heard about it.
Well, you know what? I was thinking too, it's near Thanksgiving. A lot of kids were off at school. Maybe it was a bigger family crowd than might have been normally. I don't know.
Well, then those children aren't being raised correctly.
This is true. I mean, they did boo him, but like you said,
there you go. Another tradition.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I mean, it could have been worse.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but it was a great show. Great Thanksgiving Eve spent together. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Absolutely.
We had some great comments. Thanks to our crowd who jumped in with us tonight. Yeah, Joey, she's a true Philadelphia sports fan. She was raised right. Trust me. Yes, she was. But guys, have a great day tomorrow. Thank you for everything that you all do for the store and beyond. I am completely thankful for all of that, and we're gonna have a great month of December. We're gonna do a lot of celebrating.
Absolutely.
So come out and see us wherever we are. We're gonna be all over the place. So come out and see us. Guys, you got any closing comments?
Just everybody have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow with their family and friends, and enjoy it.
Touche. Guys, have a great one. We'll see you next week. We'll be right back, and we can pick up this conversation like we never left.
Exactly. We'll talk about what was the best appetizer or part of the meal we had on Thanksgiving.
There you go. Take care, everyone.
See you later.